It's a wrap. I always like to do a wrap-up party. I'm just going to move this a little bit so you can't see my curtains need ironing. Anyway, I like to do a wrap-up party at the end of these events, and I haven't been out in a while, so I really don't know what a party is anymore. A party is just sitting here doing a big cheers with you all, with a cup of hot water, and just take a minute really to just reminisce on the week that's just passed, and to take a minute to really think about what is the one thing that you have taken from this event, from this experience. Whenever I take part in anything myself, if I'm learning something or I take part in an event, I always take the time to sit and think, right, what is the one thing that I'm going to take away from this experience? So I encourage you all to do the same and share it in the comments below. One of the things that I've been noticing as people have been joining the virtual art studio is the fear around, am I an artist? Can I call myself an artist? And someone even came in and asked that today. And absolutely, in our last event in Your Art Matters, those who took part will remember, we came up with this, I don't know how you describe it, but every time we see a red car, we shout, I'm an artist. And even my kids do it now. If my kids see a red car, they shout, I'm an artist. And it all came from my analogies and metaphors. And I usually say that, if you buy a red car, which I did, my very first car was red. You see red cars everywhere. There aren't more red cars. They were always there, but you're tuned into seeing them. And so it's one of my big things, my beliefs in life, about getting really fired up about where you're going and what you want, because you'll see more of it. And so that then transpired to everyone shouting, I'm an artist, when they see a red car. I can't remember exactly how it came about, but it did. And it is lovely because now you'll see, now you're part of this community. When I go live and things, you'll see people put the red car icon, and that's why. So you are an artist. The dictionary definition, if you look it up, is, I think it's a person. Let me try and find it quickly. Hold on one second. Artist. Let me just see. Hold on. Definition. While you're waiting for me, let me know what you have got from this event, and let me know where you're tuning in from as well. So here's the dictionary definition. This is the Oxford Dictionary definition. A person who creates paintings or drawings as a profession or hobby, or a person who practices or performs any of the creative arts, such as sculptor, filmmaker, actor, or a dancer. There you go. So a person who creates as a profession or a hobby, that is an artist. So if you're creating art as a profession or a hobby, and you're performing some of the creative arts, such as sculpting, filmmaking, acting, dancing, you're an artist. So there you go. So that's one thing I want you to take away from today. Just own it. Don't get dragged down with people's perceptions, and don't make all the rules about what an artist is. We've been reflecting on what art is as well. That's amazing. I'd love to know, has your view changed from the beginning? Because the first day of the art challenge was fill in the sentence art is, and you came out with your own version of that. Has it changed? Is it still the same? That'll be interesting to ponder. For me, mine did change, actually. I think for me, when I first wrote it, I wrote art is fun. And then when I was recording the podcast episodes, I wrote art is a piece of me, and that just came out of me. And I was like, oh my gosh, yeah, art is a piece of me. And that got me really thinking about, for all of us, art is such a personal pursuit, and we do put ourselves in our artwork. We give a part of ourselves in our artwork, and that can then create this vulnerability, because you're sharing a part of yourself with the world, or not necessarily the world, but even just another person. And it can be a vulnerable situation then, can't it, where you're feeling judged, or you know they're going to be looking at your artwork, they might not like it. And it can throw up a lot of confusion and insecurity, and I think that is one of the reasons why being an artist is so scary, because it is so personal. So it should feel a bit scary, really. If you're making the right work, it should feel a bit scary. And I think that's one of the reasons those who are joining the virtual art studio, we will do critique sessions, and it is nothing to be afraid of. I know even now some people have joined our community, and I've just been looking this morning, and some people are like, I'm here, but I'm too scared to post. But we'll help you feel comfortable, because there is so much greatness from sharing your artwork inside our community, and we will give you insights. We will give, this is part of being an artist, is bouncing ideas off other people, working in isolation. You just see one view of your artwork. So when you share it in the virtual art studio with us, we'll be able to give you our view in a really gentle and kind way. And I was thinking about this when I was at art school, because I think critique sessions are so valuable. Feedback sessions, call them whatever you like. But discussing your artwork with other people is super, super important, because, well, I remember when I was at art school, they would literally just rip you apart. They would rip your art apart and just tell you every flaw and everything that was wrong with it. And that's why I was so terrified of those sessions, because I wasn't ready. I wasn't in the right place to hear that. And I was thinking about this morning as I was thinking about art being a piece of me, and why actually critiquing people in that way when they're not ready is really damaging. It's really damaging. We need to nurture people. And there becomes a point where, yes, you might be able to hear criticism like that if you want to go out into the art world, and people will have an opinion at some point in your life on your artwork. There will be people that don't like what you do. It's inevitable, because you can't please everyone. And I think that's what art school are trying to get you used to, that criticism. But, I've been doing this for years now, and I've heard from literally thousands of people how they have been criticized at some point, and then they just stop making art because it's just damaged their confidence. And this is why we've cultivated this community, because we want to nurture you and get you to a place where you're accepting who you are and where you are. Because when you do that, you'll start to enjoy your art making, and you'll start to learn about the parts of your art making that you're enjoying and what you don't enjoy. And we want to nurture that, not shout you down and go, well, sorry, but that looks like a 5-year-old could have done that. That's not helpful. And it's nothing about that. And this is why I'm excited about what we're going to be doing with people, because it's about looking at not necessarily just the work in totality, looking at parts of your art making. So, for example, where's my frog? Where's my frog gone? The other day when I drew, I can't remember what his name is now. Is it Frank? When I drew the frog, there was parts of this that I really enjoyed. So this is what we're going to be teaching people, is this delve and shelve. There was parts of this that I really enjoyed. And when you start to make your art, it's about looking at the parts that you enjoy and carrying those forwards and leaving some parts back. And I was thinking about this frog drawing. So years ago, when I was drawing, everything felt quite stiff and rigid. And the reason for that is because, for me, drawing, especially trying to replicate what I can see exactly, or as much as a likeness as I possibly can, it doesn't come naturally to me. I'm not just one of these people that can just go, right, let's just draw this frog and here we go, there's the lines. For me, it takes a lot of processing. I have to do a lot of measuring. I have to do a lot of thinking. If I just did it in the moment, there'd be a big arm up here and a big leg down here and a small little leg. Everything's out of proportion, which is fine. But if I want things in proportion, for me, because of the way I process, it takes me a lot of consideration and measuring. And so then what I found over time was that my drawings then, because I'm thinking, contemplating, were quite rigid. So this is what I want to teach you all, is that, you probably be doing this already, a lot of you, but for some people you're not. And this is so liberating and eye-opening when you start to learn this, because what I then did over time is I've started to delve and shelve, which is noticing, I feel like that's a bit tight, it's a bit rigid, but I don't know how to loosen up, but I want to loosen up. And what I noticed when I drew this one was it was starting to feel rigid, and it's just so simple as just learning over time how to just bring a bit of energy to this and a bit of looseness. And so it's a really subtle example, but this is my art muscle growing. This is me reflecting my personality, and the tight rigid is fine if you want your work like that. But for me, my personality, and I kind of, one of my big values in life is freedom. It's one of my core values. You'll hear me talk about freedom a lot. My whole life is based on how can I have freedom. And the art making comes through in that. And so I think for me, learning that I want this kind of expressive mark making in my artwork comes from the fact that I want freedom in life, but also when I'm making, I want it to feel free. And this is what I keep talking about, this artistic voice, your unique voice. This is what happens when you start to learn more about yourself. It encompasses your whole life and who you are. And so for me now, when I drew this, it was automatic, but it was, a while ago, conscious decision that I wanted to learn how to loosen up and add these expressive marks. And I started to play with that. And so this delving, how do I make this more energetic? And now it's become part of my art muscle, where it just comes out of me automatically. I'll draw it, add the line. So it's just now intuitively coming from me, this is what happens and will happen for you as being an artist. I'm sharing this because I've had lots of people saying, my work is all over the place and I don't know, I can't see any consistency. Usually there is some consistency. You probably just can't see it. I've lined up artworks from my members in the past, and they'll show me 5 artworks, and I can see something in all of them that's tying the work together, but they can't see it because it's too close. But I wanted to share this because someone said to me yesterday about, I don't feel ready to join the virtual art studio because I don't feel like I'm ready to delve and shelve yet. I still like to explore everything. And you don't have to stop exploring everything to delve and shelve. It will become a part of you, a practice. So, yeah, I just wanted to share that. So yeah, art is a piece of me. It's a piece of me. So mine changed from the very beginning. Art is still fun, of course, but it's given me more insight into why it feels so difficult sometimes to share. So, I want to announce the competition winners as well. So we have some competition. I don't want to call it a competition. Oh, sorry, it's not a competition. I don't like that word. I've got a bugbear with the word competition. So anyway, it's prize winners. We have some prize winners, and these were people that shared and listened to the podcast. So they listened to the podcast episodes and shared their insights. So I just let me just quickly grab them up now. Where am I going? Oh, bear with me. So, right, the first winner is Mudhut. I've just got your Instagram handle. It's mudhut_2880. Wrote, I have been thoroughly enjoying United Art Spaces, Your Art Matters Week. Just listen to the accompanying podcasts, which were very interesting to hear. The founder's story. The week has me outside my comfort zone big time. Good. I stopped saying I can't and I started saying I can. I will learn to draw and paint and I will have so much fun doing it. Yes, good for you. So Mudhut, you have won a feature in our magazine, in our Your Art Matters magazine. So we'll share your links and your artwork, and we'll share your little statement there as well. Right, the next winner is this one. Oh, this one came from Stardust Acrylic Art. Stardust Acrylic. I want to share with you all this amazing podcast and tell you a little bit about why it's helped me over the past year. Some of you know art is one of my passions in life. It has been since my school days, way back in the 80s. It's always been there as a constant in my life, a way to express myself and to make sense of my feelings. Then last year, during a particularly tricky time, I stumbled across this wonderful podcast. Thank you. I wasn't particularly looking for it. I guess in a way it found me. So each day I'd go for a walk, earphones in, and listen to all the back episodes. It was like finding a new friend. It was just what I needed. Michelle is so inspiring and lovely. On the podcast, she chats about various subjects relating to art and to life in general. There are features, announcements, and sometimes special guests. Michelle really connects with the audience. Over these 50 episodes, yay, I have learned loads of valuable information to help further my skills. Thank you so much for that. So Stardust Acrylic Art, yes, that's it. You have won a voucher. So we'll be getting in touch with you today and sending you a voucher, £50 voucher. The next one is hold on. Art Creations in My Heart. Nice. I'm so happy to announce I'm part of this wonderful network of artists in their own right. So this is from a Hub member. Hello, Hubster. The Hub is magnificent, inspiring, nurturing, safe, comforting, wholesome environment in which you can develop your art and grow in so many ways. It's a family. Absolutely, yes. I couldn't recommend it more. For me, art is me. It's about who I am, what inspires me, drives me, deepens me, a reflection of myself. I've become an explorer of life, and art connects me in ways that sometimes is hard to put into words. I'm inspired by many things: nature, the universe, my spirituality, my passion, people, concepts, music, poetry, quotes, and inspiring books, and so much more. But one of my favorite quotes, in the words of Georgia O'Keeffe, I found I could say things in colors and shapes that I couldn't say any other way, things I had no words for. Yeah, what a lovely quote, such a beautiful, resonating quote. And then you go on to say, my art matters and so does yours, so make it happen. Brilliant advice. Thank you so much. So you've won a voucher too, so we'll be sending you a voucher. And then we've got two more. Hold on. This one is from Valerie Jackson. So Valerie, you have won a place in our magazine, so you'll be featured in our magazine. And what did you write? Let me have a look. Had a great week with Your Art Matters, and we'll keep following thoughts from the podcast. And then here's some recaps. Art is not a luxury, but a necessity. No matter what age you are or what stage you are, just go for it. And it's okay to make mistakes, to have little inspiration, and to stop for a while. Merci, Michelle. Oh, you're so welcome. So we'll be reaching out to you. And then the final winner is, you've got another place in our magazine. Lara Jane Stewart. So Laura says, I've been listening to this podcast And for any of my artist friends, I think you will love it, or anyone who's felt the confusion of finding their path in life, feeling discouraged from pursuing their dreams or from doing what they truly love to do. I really love Michelle's expression of what art is to her and wanted to share that I related to it deeply and feel like it's true of all of us. Nothing to do with whether you are a professional artist or not. Art is a piece of me. In every piece of artwork, there's a piece of myself. And I absolutely love this. I find it to be true. For me, art is transformative. And it's in these types of processes I find that we can alchemize aspects of what is within us. And we have the potential to create medicine for ourselves, for our soul. And it's why I'm so passionate about other people doing their art and having the opportunity for creative expression in life, whatever medium it is that you love and whatever form it may take. I think some of us seem to be extremely artistic souls and perhaps have a stronger need or calling to create in artistic ways. But I also believe in the innate creativity of all persons and the power of allowing ourselves to create expression in life as much as possible. I absolutely agree. Anyway, I listened to the 3 latest podcast episodes and loved hearing your story, Michelle, founder of United Art Space. Thank you so much. So yeah, you will get a feature in the magazine too. There we go. There's the winners for I don't want to say competition. The winners. Let's just end there. And then I got some really nice comments from Ginny. Ginny said, thank you. I've loved this week. It's been wonderful so much. So I've joined the virtual art studio. Yes, I have painted things I would never have done. And I'm looking forward to art every day for the rest of my life. Liz says, I was so anxious that I wouldn't get to finish all the challenges in time, but I did. So I decided to show off my leafers out there. I covered, so then there's a description here of the artwork. So I haven't got the artwork to show you, but it's a bridge near Liz's home. And then Liz says, I've just had one of the best weeks and weekends I've had in years. Thank you all for letting me join in. How nice is that? Oh my gosh, to know that you've had one of the best weeks and weekends you've had in years. That just, oh my gosh, it makes me so happy. That's why I love running this event. I love it. I just feel like I'm born to do this. I can't tell you how much I love it. So I'm going to just go to the chat now and I'm going to just, let me know. Hello, Celia. Hello. Sorry, I have been a bit disconnected. I have enjoyed making art pieces with you and hope to share them soon. Yes, please do. Wendy, Victoria, hello, Kelly, Chantel, Chloe. I need to make coffee. Let me see. Hello, Sharon. Oh, Marita's car was red as well. There you go. It's in the blood. Michelle's tuning in from Sydney. Oh, yeah, let me read the list of people. So we've had people joining the virtual art studio, and usually I put you on the map behind me. But I've got to share that this week, well, actually the week before the event started, I came down with COVID and I've had a chest infection all week. So I've not been my usual self. I've been having like 3-hour naps in the day and all sorts. So but anyway, I've written down where people were from. I just checked this morning. If you joined in the last few minutes, you might not be on the list. But we've got Betty, Irene, Megan, Renee, Christina, Angelina, Sharon, Catherine, Shelley, Carol, and Anne from the USA. Michelle, Sharon, Maria joining us from Canada. We've got Kaz, Laura, Christine, Michelle, Ginny, Wendy, Victoria, Janice, Barbara, Sarah, Lorna, Fahima, Joe, Sarah, Kate, Ian, Itala, Lisa from the UK. Francis from Spain, and we've got Jay Adams and Eileen from Australia. Is it Aileen? Sorry, Aileen. And then we've got Helena from Ireland. And then I'm not sure how to pronounce your name. It's either Ethna or Enya. Ether or Enya, I think, joining us from Ireland. And then Anya from the Netherlands. Lovely. How we've got so many people from around the world. And of course, we've already got members in there as well. So there will be other people from your locations. And then we've got 2 people on the team from Australia. Marita, who's on now, is from Australia as well. So if I've missed anyone out, I'm sorry. I quickly wrote that list out this morning because I know that Ginny's joined and I haven't got Ginny on the list, so I've obviously missed a couple of people. Laura says, thank you so much for a lovely week and bringing us all together from across the world. What a daytime will the weekly group art session be? I assume you can join for a month or annual. Yeah, so there's a weekly session on a Friday, which is when I'm in my art room, and that's 11 a.m. UK time till 1. But as we grow, we want to, our vision for the virtual art studio is to have more drop-in sessions at different time zones. We did trial it a while ago, but nobody turned up. We did them at like 2 a.m. UK time, which would have fit people from around the globe, but no one came. So as we grow, we will definitely put more times on, but we do have a session each month as well, which is an art demo session, which is always at a different time zone. So I wouldn't not join just if you can't join that 11 a.m. session, because there's so much more going on inside the virtual art studio than just that drop-in session every week. So yeah, I wouldn't let that stop you. And sorry, going back to your question, yeah, you can just join monthly, yeah, or annually. But it's a recurring subscription. So you join, if you sign up monthly or sign up yearly, this is something to note, it will recur every month, but you can cancel. So if you sign for the month, for example, and then you go, oh, no, things have happened now, or it's not for me, then you can cancel your subscription. If you don't cancel it, it'll just keep renewing. So you'll stay for another month or another month. So you could stay for 4 months, for example. And on month 4, you might think, oh, things have changed now, or I'm going to cancel, and you can cancel then. Does that make sense? It's a good question, because we just assume that people know this. And it's the same for yearly. Yearly will automatically renew, but again, you can let us know. We will remind you. We send reminders out of when it's yearly renewing, not monthly, because otherwise you get an email every month, which would be annoying. Monthly comes out on the same date of the month. So if you sign up today, it will come out again on the 12th of May, and so on. I hope that makes sense. Also, there's a 14-day money back guarantee. So if you sign up and it's not for you, as long as you haven't downloaded anything, you can leave and get a refund. So there we go. Barcelona, hello, Francis. Victoria says, I've got lots of inspiration and seen lots of fantastic things. So what's your one takeaway, everybody? I want you to really contemplate now. What is your one takeaway from the Art Matters event? What's the one thing that you want to start doing or start thinking, or you've noticed in your art that you think, ooh, I want to start doing this? It's really important to have one thing, I believe. Tamara, hello. Tamara says, tuning in from Canada, lovely. Biggest thing I took from this was the wonderful feeling of community. Yeah, the support, the energy, feeling positive support for me to experiment and push myself. Absolutely. And that's why we want to create this. Yeah, it's really, really important. Yeah. Because going back to the art making process, when you're on your own, you know, we're seeing this already, people who are joining. We're seeing Victoria and then someone else put an artwork in today just saying, like, what do you think of this? I've created this, but I just don't know. And then I've gone in and spotted certain things about the piece, and just questioning, like, if you change it here, what will happen? And it starts to make you see your artwork in a different way, which is, it's difficult to do when you're working on your own. You know, someone can just give you a little tip of putting something in the corner to lead the eye, or so yeah, community is really important as well. Going back to what I said at the beginning around the confidence as well. And I always think about having a confidence bucket in my brain, and the confidence bucket has got a hole in it. It's got a hole in the top and a hole in the bottom. And there will always be people or yourself who's going to empty that bucket by criticizing yourself. Look at that leaf, it just looks ridiculous. Or someone will say something to you and go, you're not an artist because you're not selling. Your bucket is being emptied. You'll create a piece and you think it looks terrible. It's constantly being sucked out, and it will forever. Your confidence bucket is always leaking. And so what we want to do is we want to keep topping it up. And so being part of a community and around friends and like-minded people is the way then for your bucket to keep being topped up, which is really important to keep you going. Absolutely. Oh, I love this. Christine says, I'm stood under a market canopy on a rainy day. The rain started as soon as I stepped out the house. It's a miserable day here as well. Lisbeth says, my neighbours from across the street have a red car. So I'm shouting I'm an artist the whole day long. Oh, Summer, hello. First one I could make it to. Better late than never. Hi, all. Oh, it's nice to have you here. Oh, bless you, Valerie. I'm just seeing your message now about, oh my gosh, about your accident. Oh, bless you. Oh, Michelle says, I've really understood how art is anything created. Love that. There is so much more than I expected. Fantastic. Oh, Glenn, big shout out to you, Glenn. I saw your post this morning. So Glenn has, you've been following along for a long time now. So I'm sure I remember you taking part last year. Maybe not. And Glenn has been on an amazing journey and shared it this morning inside the group, but just making art for other people, and found it really difficult then to just open up and find his own voice. But we're starting to see it now, Glenn, which is really exciting. It's a long process. You can't shortcut this process, unfortunately, and you're doing it. So, oh, Sue says, just the other day I was thinking about putting my brushes down. Well, I hope not now. Oh, yeah, Chloe shared, so for those who watched the studio session, Chloe was the person who shared the lovely poem, and Chloe says, I was shy to share the painting on Friday, and my poetry was nerve-wracking but more comfortable as more experienced. Yeah. And you read it so beautifully. Yeah. The scary and excited sensations are the same. Yeah, I never realized how massive the art community is. Absolutely incredible. I know. It's really exciting because when I first started United Art Space, I remember launching 6 years ago online. So it was launched before that, I think 2 years before that, maybe 8. No, I can't remember now. 8 years ago as a physical studio space, and that was a complete flop. And then I set it up online, and so I remember in my first week, we had 5 people join, and they were all my friends. They were all my friends. And then I think by the end of the month we had 20 people. And then I remember the first person who found us that didn't know us, and it's just like any process of even putting your art out there, it's the same. And it's grown and grown and grown to what it is now. Okay, so what I learned this time is that I can give only so much of my time to art at present, and I mustn't feel inadequate or imposter. No, because look at me, Chloe. I spend 2 hours a week making art. That's all I dedicate at the moment, and that's to my visual art. So, there's been moments, Chloe, as well, where I thought, gosh, am I a hypocrite here, creating United Art Space, and I only make art 2 hours on a Friday? And it's like, oh no, because you don't have to make it all day, every day to be an artist. It's okay to take a step back, and it's okay to just make it once a month if you want to make it once a month. And now what I've realized is that I am creative. My art comes out of me in so many different ways, through my writing, through my speaking, through just through so many different ways. I just think there's so many outlets for creativity and art. So I'm glad that you've raised that, because there's probably people here feeling exactly the same. Sharon, my friend Sharon, can't do a live without mentioning her. She's a full-time artist, but this year she didn't make any art for 3 months. She didn't make any art. It doesn't mean she's not an artist anymore, or that she's going backwards, or that she's not any good at what she's doing. She took a break from it, and that's okay. So, yeah, realizing that is so liberating, isn't it? Yeah, absolutely. Something good as well, Victoria, because we're so critical of our own work. And when you share it with others and then we see something in it that you've maybe not detected, like, well, I remember looking at your piece today and just seeing how there was just that dash of green above the eyebrow, which really, because you'd used complementary colours. So I was looking at one of Victoria's works. I hope I've got the right Victoria. I think I have. So Victoria had done this, amazing, playful portrait, playing with colour, and the red and the green being complementary. And there was just this tiny little mark that she'd made above the eyebrow, which was really, really powerful because it takes your eye up there because it's a complementary. Things like that people might spot that you think, to you it might have just been a little dash, but actually it's really doing something in that artwork. So it's easy to look at a piece in totality and just write it off and go, that's rubbish. But there will be, if you dissect and learn how to deconstruct an image, there'll be pieces in there that you can take. Oh, it's juicy. Oh. Let me just see. I'm going to take a drink whilst I'm. Oh, Susie says, I've had so many stressful things happening and my art took a back seat, and this has made me realise that to get through it all, I've let go of the thing that holds me together. Red car time, yes. But yeah, I'm like you. In the past, I've had stressful periods where I've just dropped the art making and I've realised that is the answer. So hopefully during this event, one of the things that I've also been reminded of is that art can just take 3 minutes, 4 minutes. You can make it really fun and take the pressure off by just not looking at what you're doing. When Sharon and I, get a friend or someone that and just, just draw each other. And the joy that Sharon and I got from that session, we were both amazed afterwards. We said, oh gosh, we were like little kids. It felt really, I don't know, freeing and liberating. So it's remembering that as well, that art can be that to get to reinforce that feeling inside of you. It doesn't have to be the output. So yeah. Yes, Roger. Thank you, Amanda. What did I say? I can't remember. Frank is Frank. Art is Marmite. Absolutely. It really is. It really is. Yeah. It really is. Axel. Yeah. I love that name. Axel's such a good name. Christine says, what I've got out of Yam is that I am good enough. I used to post my work with a fluttery feeling in my stomach, thinking people will think, who does she think she is? And thinking that my work would just be scrolled past. Recently, I feel more confident. Over the last couple of weeks, I've not only shared my work with confidence, I've actually talked on some Instagram reels, sent a video of myself speaking to Grayson's art club. Oh my gosh, been on a Zoom with you all last Friday and had a work printed and I can't see the rest. I just got goosebumps. Oh, this is why I love your Art Matters Week. I love it. It unlocks so much in people. And this is why I'm excited to continue this. I know not everyone can join the virtual art studio, but to continue this with those that do, because it's to keep this feeling alive during your Art Matters Week and filling your confidence bucket up, you'll make so much more progress. It's really, really exciting. Yeah. Yeah, Shelley, you're right. Critiques they are really helpful, but you do have to be careful. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And inside our community, we have guidelines as well on how to give feedback. And it's something that we're going to teach inside the virtual art studio, because to it's to deconstruct an image. And in fact, we're releasing the first lesson that we release in the virtual art studio next month will be how to on how to deconstruct an image, which is basically how to critique an image. So you'll be able to do it for your own artwork, for other people's artwork. When you go to a gallery, you'll be able to read an artwork. That's something that we want to teach you inside the virtual art studio. It's one of the biggest things to learn, and it gives you so much confidence when you can read an artwork. It will help you understand other people's art, your own artwork. Yeah, and so you do have to be careful, because some people definitely aren't. Sometimes, you know, I think it's not always about being fully trained to critique either, because I think there's so much insight that a beginner can bring. Marita and I were talking about this, how there is so much that a beginner can see in an artwork that someone who's completely trained can't see. You know, this is the beauty of bringing different stages and ages and people together, because you start to see things differently. You know, when I worked in a design company, we would go to art shows of, you know, graduates, and we would look for students because they had a fresh look on things. So yeah, there is so much to be said from different stages. I think the biggest part is the delivery of it and understanding the person, and are they ready to hear that? You know, it's tailoring it to the person so that it's helpful for that person. That's how I feel, and that's how I do it. So yeah, it's an interesting topic. I like this. Elspeth, hi. I too struggle to be loose when sketching, but I've worked hard on this and see the results in my self-portraits using pen, no rubbers allowed. Keep it loose. Yeah, nice. Hey, Amanda. Yam was great for me and was feeling very creative in the last 2 months. And I really needed to refine my mojo, as I have lots of exhibitions coming up. Yay. I need to work for them. So I'm now raring to go. You're welcome. I'm so happy that you're feeling that way. Challenge winners. Yes. Let me see. Yeah, congratulations, Mud Hut. I like that name. Yay! Christine's on. We'll be messaging you later this afternoon. Brilliant, isn't it? It's exciting. I love doing, you know, we like to make it fun and share some prizes. Let me see. Sorry, I'm just scrolling to see. I think there's lots of you having discussions. I'm reading things out of context. Yeah, absolutely, Chantal. Yeah. Oh, hi, Shelley. I loved the session on Friday morning. I hadn't gotten the time to watch all the sessions, but after Friday morning, I joined. Brilliant. I can't wait to see you in the virtual art studio. The Pied Piper of art. Actually, my maiden name was Piper. I was Michelle Piper. So that's very apt. Yeah, giveaways. Yes, it's a giveaway. It is, because it's not even a prize, is it? It's a giveaway. Yeah. Thank you, Susie. I'm going to rename that next time. It was all a bit kind of, like I say, I've been a bit off the last couple of weeks with this chest infection after COVID. Oh, hi, Rosie. I've seen you posting in the virtual art studio. Let me see. Yay! Glenn, it's been a fantastic week. It's been extremely liberating for myself and my artwork. Thank you to all the wonderful group members for their lovely comments. Oh, Yeah, thank you everyone for taking part in this, because this is what makes it special. You know, we pull people together, but it's just so lovely because people are just so it's the confidence bucket. You know, everyone here is encouraging of people finding their own voice. We don't have that judgment, and I know there's a lot of groups out there that can be, and I just think that's so amazing, and that's because of you, all of you. So thank you, and of course, thank you to the team as well, because I couldn't do this without the team and their support and helping with comments and organizing things and keeping me in check. um, Let me just see. Chantel says, in the art studio, are the demo and videos recorded? Yeah, everything's recorded. So we tend to do a live demo every month, and that will be at a different time, depending on when the guest can appear. So that's always different. But everything's recorded. The studio sessions are recorded. Yeah, everything's recorded. So you can watch in your own time. Yeah. And oh, by the way, if anybody wants to join the virtual art studio, I forgot to mention it closes in less, no, just over an hour, 1 p.m., 1 p.m. UK time. And the reason that we close it is because what we want to do is work with the founding members now who join. And it's a new platform basically. So we want to work on helping you and us design that platform to suit you. So we want to work with people to find out lessons do you need? What do you need from us? How can we tailor this to suit you? And then lots of people have asked if we'll open enrollment again, which 100% we will, but I have no idea when. It's not planned in my diary at the moment because from here on we've got other projects that we're working on. But we definitely will open enrollment again in the future, 100% yes. But I don't have a specific date yet. So we just need 48 hours notice before the next payment is due, just to make sure that that payment doesn't come out. So if you make a note of the day that you sign up, and then it will be exactly the same date on the day after. So if you just give us 2 days notice before. And then if you need to take a break, you can just cancel and then sign back up again when we open enrollment again if you need to. Yeah. Oh, Cordelia, you're such a sweetheart. I see you and I just think of mushrooms. When we did the studio session last week, Cordelia was just saying how she feels that she's always not liked people, and so it's really surprised herself being part of our community and actually liking people because she's always been a bit of a mushroom. Yes, I know, Carol. We have, yeah, lots of people from Canada now. I'm not sure entirely where in Canada everyone's from, but this is the exciting thing, Carol, and everyone else. Inside the new circle platform that we have been building, you can actually now search for people inside our community based on location. So you'll be able to find people who are in your neighborhood, or in Canada, it might be, an hour away. So that'll be good. Yeah. Shelley's asking, will these week sessions be available if you're a member? Yes, no, they will be available. Yeah, everything gets moved into the membership platform. So if you're part of the hub or the virtual art studio, you'll have access to everything. Yeah. Yeah, my favorite pieces have grown from playtime. Absolutely. Absolutely, yeah. Oh, thank you, Joe. You've normalized and demystified the art process, which helps take away fear. I'm so glad. So yeah, it's the event page that comes down. Yeah, today at 1:00, we just take that down. So the euromatters.com page with the replays and the art challenge and everything comes down. Nice. So Tracy says, I love black and white silhouettes and doodling patterns to fill with colour craft to enlighten my art. Wonderful. Yeah, that's the thing. You're an artist, Pam. You can change the car colour. I saw Ed saying as well that he only seems to see grey cars. Change the colour. You're an artist. You can make the rules. Yeah. Victoria's reserving a place in the naughty corner. Oh, Helen, I love this group. It's got me through some difficult times. I lost my dog last weekend. I'm so sad to hear that. It's a healthy distraction, even if I'm not engaging. Oh, bless your heart, Helen. I'm so sad to hear that. But I'm glad that we can help by giving you that distraction. Oh, here's Mud Hut. Yeah, you've won. The one big thing I've taken away from this week is I love making art. Oh. Yeah, Helen, I should be in my art room. When I've got to sort my art room upstairs. Every Friday I'm going to be in my art room. So those who join the virtual art studio, you'll be making art with me if you can join, or you can watch the replay. But I hang out in my art room every Friday. But I've not been able to go in the art room for a while because every time I go live, there's an echo, and I don't know what it is. I've got to get someone to help fix it. But yeah, you can see the art on a Friday. I've shut down all my personal social media now. So I used to share my stuff on Facebook and Instagram, but I've completely come off. I've only got United Art Space now. It's been really nice just to stop. Oh, hello, Moira. Hello. This is the first live session that I've been able to make, and I'm late, but here. I've been with the hub since Christmas. Oh, it's so nice that you're here with us. Oh, Christine says, best week ever. Oh, there's a Wallace and Gromit statue near the market. Now I'm dying to see that. Right, we're coming up to the end. Oh, thank you, Elna. I just saw your advice. Thank you. It might be for someone else, but I'm going to take that advice as well. Oh, Laura's joined us. Hello, Laura. Yay. I'll see you in the virtual art studio. Magdalena's asking, hub member. If you're a hub member, part of your subscription includes the virtual art studio. It was Makers, and we've changed it. So hub members have helped us. So they had access to this a year ago, helping us shape all of this out, and then we've relaunched it now as a virtual art studio. So it used to be Magdalena Makers. Let me just see. Mush our room. Oh, Rachel says, best group ever. When you come out of uni or you're starting up again, the lack of confidence is overwhelming. So to have that encouragement from like-minded people helps stop the loneliness in a sea of other business people who don't know what your art is about. Yeah, what you're about. It's helped me so much batting ideas of others. Absolutely. Yeah. It's so nice having other people to just bounce those ideas off. In the virtual art studio, is the work displayed ongoingly, or does it get taken down and changed on a regular basis? So the way it works, Louise, is the virtual art studio is an online platform where you've got replays of art demos and all the art challenges that we run. And I'm just about to build an artist journey inside there as well to help you start to learn how to delve and shelve and take an idea and how you make it your own. Let me just quickly see if I can share. And so then in the community, you can share your artwork. Nothing's taken down. It's a little bit like Facebook, but it's just not on Facebook. It's just purely the community, which is amazing. So this is the platform. So everything just gets stored here. So everything that we put out, if it was live or pre-recorded, it gets put in here so you can access everything. And then the community is here. So this is, I don't want to scroll because there'll be people's names and comments that may be private. So but if you scroll down here now, you'll start to see people posting their artwork, and we've got so trending posts, for example, we've got art goggles. So that's just where people are posting things that are inspiring. And then there's also Technical Tuesday. So today's post is Technical Tuesday. So if you've got an artwork that you want some help with in terms of technical, you can put it into the group, and then everyone will give advice. We've got the team on standby as well. So we've got a breadth of knowledge in our community because we've got, we're really fortunate to have such a amazing community that wants to give back and help each other. And then we've also got such a diverse group of people that work in so many different mediums, and you've got access to brains and artists from around the world that work in so many different areas that you can tap into. Because there is this, we have cultivated this amazing community of giving back, because when you'll get so much, you want to give back and help others as well, and it's really lovely. So in terms of the question, no, nothing gets taken away. Hopefully that helps. No, I'm not. I'm actually taking a holiday. So thanks for asking that. So so from Friday, I'm going to have a break for a week because I've really got to get rid of this chest infection. But I do need a bit of a break as well. So I'm going to take a week off with my kids and just step back for a week so I can just repair and renew, ready to come back after that week off and then delve in with you all. So that just gives me a break and you all time to settle in and recover from the event. But the team are here, by the way. So I'm taking a week off, but the team, it won't affect anything. The team are all covering. So let me see if there's any other quick questions before. Before I go, thank you. We're going to go up to Yorkshire and see some friends. Yeah. Oh, you're welcome, Louise. Yeah, April, I need a rest. I do. I really do feel like I do. Oh, hi, Anissa. I tested positive. Oh, hope you get well soon. Mine's dragging on. I had it longer than a month ago. So lots of time for myself, and had a good look on the new virtual art studio circle platform. Really enjoying it. Lots of activity on me yesterday. Brilliant. Love the evolution of United Art Space. So excited, isn't it? You're welcome. So that's it. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. Let me just see. Yeah, we do that, Victoria. We have done a let's make art together session. We will do one inside the group where all the team are on, so you'll get to meet the team. But for now, in your welcome pack, if you download your welcome pack, there's an introduction to who the team are there, so you can see who the team are. So please make sure if you're joining the Virtual Art Studio, download the welcome pack, because it tells you everything in there that's going on and who the team are. And then we'll have a session at some point where you'll get to meet them on the video as well. Oh, there's some good advice here to take for this chest infection, because I'm on antibiotics, but it's not going. I'm just going to write this down. Thank you, Cordelia. I think someone else said as well. Right, okay, that's it. I think, let me just check my notes. Did I cover everything that I wanted to say? I think I did. Yeah, that's it. Thank you. It's a wrap. Another Your Art Matters. I can't wait to run it again next year. Sometimes we do a little mini one in November. Not sure if we'll do it, but we might do a little mini one. But we tend to do the big one in April. So thank you so much. Thank you for just being here, for being so incredible towards each other and supportive. Thank you, the team. And yes, I'm excited to work with those who join in the Virtual Art Studio. And if you're not, we'll see you around, I'm sure. And take care. And that's it. I don't want to go. Can you tell? I don't want it to end. See you all soon, and take care of yourselves. Okay. Bye-bye.